Okay, then let's jump into the lower bracket final of GCS. We do have the wrong players here in our overlay. Man, we had so much time and I forgot to update this. But here it is now. WFZ versus Soin. Of course, we started 0-0. Still a best of 3. The winner will face Laliat in the grand final. And that's gonna be a best of 5 then. We are, again, on Turtle Rock. And we have, again, close position.
So many close positions recently. What's going on? But alright, gives us probably a lot of action. I won't complain. WFZ switching it up a little bit here, though. He's going for the fast Fiends this time. Usually he's always been going for the fast DK. This time, it's gonna be a different build. And Soin gonna start with his little green turtles. Not fortunate enough to find the slippers here. Hasn't scouted, by the way. Not even the close position, so doesn't know about his opponent yet. Seems like the grunt is gonna make its way out and will gather the intel. As the DK comes out. I wonder how aggressively Soin is gonna play this. He's gonna go for the one burrow tech here, so being very aggressive early on is gonna be fairly difficult. And by the looks of it, he's gonna go towards the focus creep first, or second I should rather say. And that's gonna be his level 2 then.
Yeah, I think it's fairly safe to go for this now. DK will be busy creeping, he's on the other side of the map. Turtle Rock is pretty big, so the distance from base to shop is huge. And get a mantle and circle, it should be fine. Oh, Bloodlust now. A little bit more damage, but RNG's is not lucky, it's not with him here. Ring of Protection +3, sells it immediately, but it's his big level 2.
RNG's is really not with him.
Nope.
With the ring as well. So, WFZ has the resources now to tech, and with that he's gonna be significantly behind the Orc, of course. Again, he went for the fast Fiend build against the one burrow tech. That means the SH is gonna be out pretty damn fast, and may have an opportunity to look for some damage before the Lich is out. But that really doesn't seem to be the Orc's playstyle nowadays. Seems like level 3 on the SH is being rushed as much as possible. But we're gonna see how that works out once the mid-game rolls around. Good scouting once again. I don't know if he saw the Blade Master down there, actually. Nighttime and all that. May not have seen it, but pretty careful play by both so far. No harassment. They're leaving each other alone for now.
Yeah, that's usually the case. Also, at close position, nobody really... I mean, the Orc doesn't want to go to the undead base, that's obvious, but also the Orcs don't really abuse the weakness of the Orc burrows anymore. With a couple of Fiends, which was the thing back in 2000, I don't know, 10 or something. That's not happening. Both will equip for the late game, and then we're gonna have big fights. It's not a single slippers for him, man. 2 mantles and the gauntlets. Pretty unfortunate, but WFZ is getting his shop here. Boots of Speed, never bad, especially on the Lich. I mean, you don't really want to purchase them, but if you find them, yeah, you take it. Happy sometimes purchases though, right?
In the Undead Mirror, definitely. I don't know about the other matchups. Gloves of Haste again. This Blade Master hasn't found any claws, any slippers, so a little unfortunate here with the drops. DK will get his level 3 here from the 3 camps that he took without any contention. And there we go, level 2 coil unlocked. SH though should be out soon, I think. Yep, there we go. And looking in the Orc base, we have the tier 3 tech coming, we have the Bestiary coming. This is the most standard build. I like how he keeps one grunt next to the undead army, always to gather intel. Knows how safe he can play this. And now Blade Master level 3. So does he still want to keep creeping, or does he want to look for some creep steals maybe? No, not really. Stays passive here.
Shadowhunter is out. Tier 3 by Soin, Bestiary, and Warmill coming on the other side. No tier 3 tech. Ah, there we go. Lich and tier 3 at the same time. Slaughterhouse delayed. This is what he plays the entire tournament already. So no big surprise here. And DK is waiting for the Shadowhunter to creep this. Usually Orcs really like to go for the red spots early on, and the Blade Master was close by, but doesn't want to go for that.
But take a look at the state of the game right now. Wouldn't it have been a good idea to go over with the SH, look for the Fiends? He know where they were with a scouting grunt. With a Hex, with a Speed Scroll, he could have definitely forced 2 coils, if nothing else. Maybe even kill a Fiend. He has so much mana on the blade. Oh, and now he's going for the DK. Is this a surround?
No, but he does have another Hex.
Yeah, and a lot of Windwalks as well. Yeah, he has the TP here.
What did he want to do with...
Yeah, I wonder the same. Like, what was the plan here, my friend? Maybe he was... I think he was hoping for the orc to drag out the red camp and then steal it with a coil.
Yeah.
But that's such a high-risk play, man.
And he can't drag him out because there's no raider yet and no ensnare, so he has to go with the grunts for this. Will take a bit of damage, but that's no problem since there is the heal rune, of course. WFZ is doing the same. Who's gonna get the better item? Legion Doomhorn. He is certainly happy about that. And on the other side, we will observe the drops as well. He would be unhappy with this. A bit of healing dropped already. Leaving the Overlord there for quite a bit. I never noticed that it's +3 armor from the Devotion Aura of the Overlord. Quite a high level Devotion
Oh, that's true. I didn't know that either. Neo, you're educating us.
Well, I do have my moments. Legion Doom on End of Experience, so one smiling eye, one tearing eye.
And the raiders are running into the undead base. Is this just for some distraction, forcing the undead back, keeping him from creeping too much? Or does he actually want to commit to this?
It's a bit like Lynn played against Night Elf yesterday. Sending in the raiders to the base, do some damage, distract.
A town is under siege.
But he's following up with the rest. He has the orb here. TC is going to be coming out in a moment. We have the Kodo as well, without the upgrade yet. The Borrow will be finishing before the crypt goes down. Oh, but this statue kill would be very welcome indeed. No purges yet. There we go, finally. And there's no saving this statue.
Nope, can't
And there's no saving this crypt.
That's bad. No fiends anymore. DK a bit out of position there. Kodo is coming as well. Resets the fight here. Soin is a bit. Drags the Blade Master out. There's no reveal.
Big mistake by Soin. Big mistake. With a dust here, that would have been 2 free fiend kills. Don't forget about that in your ladder games, guys. Once the undead is tier 2, you need a dust.
Are under attack.
But yeah, if he cuts down on fiends, the damage is significantly lower at WFZ. Does he want to rebuild the crypt? He does have the resources. Doesn't seem to go for it. Maybe it's mass destroyers now. Skeleton
I guess for the time being, he has enough fiends. 4 is decent, but he should assume... Oh, the coil not quite in time. To lose some fiends here later on. The item was one of mana stealing. Could be nice here to disable some coils, but...
LOL, surround on the TC with skeletons.
God.
What is wrong with WFZ, or what is right with WFZ today? So many cool moves. Late Master. No!
Oh no!
Boom! That was a nuke.
Soin, what are you doing? The Lich, the Nova is cooling down. There's no healing from the SH. The Kodo seems to be an easy target. Boom, there's the Nova. There's a coil to follow. This is another kill. And suddenly everything is turning to shit for the Orc.
Damn, son. WFZ was right that he doesn't need another crypt. Because he's not losing fiends. He's not losing anything. Dark Ranger third now. Double kill on the heroes. He got the Blade Master back from the tavern. But that was... expensive, man. You don't want to do that. You don't want to lose that, of course. And now we do get the crypt back, though. But that was certainly a nice fight. And again, I mentioned this like for the 5th time or something. When he sees the opportunity for hero kills, he sees them all the time. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's a really good point. But also, Soin, how greedy are you, man? You don't have an invul. And you use the speed sword, but you don't run away. You go in. That is so damn risky. The SH was out of mana, and that is just asking for trouble against a player like WFZ. And now here comes the push into the main.
Again.
Yeah, and there's a scroll of the beast on this undead side.
How far is Destroyer upgrade? It should be finished, right? Blade Master's distracting a bit, getting rid of the ghouls. But he will be missed in the upcoming fight. As the army is joining in, Raider immediately nuked. So he's down to only grunts. That's his army.
Oh, the TC's back at the very least. But no aura yet for him. SH is level 3, has a lot of mana. This could be a decent fight. Call Nova on the TC. He is gonna die within seconds. Where was the stomp? I guess he was silenced. Didn't quite see it. Here comes the Scroll of the Beast. So much damage on everything he finally has. A dust of appearance. And the fiends are dropping pretty low. Blade Master will survive with the invulnerability. 1 heal wave is coming in, but 7 seconds of invul are soon to be over. He hits level 4 here, but now he's vulnerable again. He's getting silenced, but a little too late. Well done here with a quick wind walk. Keeps himself safe. And now he may be able to re-engage as he's going for the next fiend here, but he's getting focused again. Scroll of Speed, once again, well-timed, keeps the Blade Master alive again. But now the army is left on his own.
And there's another coil coming. Dark Ranger level 2. We're gonna see a lot of skeletons, and the Lich cannot eat them. He's not level 4 yet. But it's not gonna take a lot of time. So is Supply stuck with this, losing peons over and over. No clarity running on the Blade Master. TC is back. I was just about to say maybe it's a dieback. But no, it's not. Blade Master was at the shop. Oh, I think everything was out of stock. He didn't buy anything. Headhunter's coming, but without upgrades.
And once again, the far forward shop is hurting the orc right now. I'm gonna keep harping on it until someone builds it in the back of his base. And yeah, the altar is gonna be gone as well. Such a rough position now. He could identify that the DK doesn't have Death Pact. I think his best play here is to force the TP on him, perhaps. TC walking in. Where's the Stomp? There it is, and that's a good one. Also disabling the coil. That's a good start of the fight for Soen, but the Blade Master once again has to run away. Remember, there is no invul for him. Coil Nova finds him. The heal wave, though, keeps him alive for a little bit longer, but I guess the game ends anyways. And once again, WFZ, man. Impressive.
3-0 against Orcs today. Lin and Soen have no solution to the Undead's play here so far. What did change at WFZ that he's so good all of a sudden?
I don't know. I really can't tell you.
I mean,
he's playing more decisively, I guess, especially against Orc. Confidence may be becoming a factor there. He finds his openings and he commits really hard to the push, whereas other players would go for 50, 60, 70 supply with Banshees, creep up the map, get high-level heroes.
It all started at Race War. He made it 2-1 over Focus, then he won 2-0 over Romantic, then he saved his team against the Night Elves with wins over Life and Lawliot. And in the grand final, he defeated Infi 2-1. So he just lost a single map in 4 clan wars.
And I don't want to be a negative Nancy here, but we've seen WFZ being very impressive before in online competitions. Which tournament was it that he won again? I keep forgetting.
Was it the GCS?
No, it was a standalone tournament. It wasn't a qualifier. He won.
Yeah, the GCS, the Super GCS thing?
The Faith Cup. He also won. Yeah, against Focus. And the... No, not Yuan Cup. Yeah, he won the Faith Cup back then. So I guess he has a championship to his name. But offline, he has been... a little disappointing. Since forever.
Well, there was the GCS Grand Finals where he ended up 2nd place, but there was only 4 players. Fly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fly, THN120, exactly.
But we didn't even cast that, right?
No, we were on the way back from China.
Yeah. So that flew a little under the radar.
Yeah. Maybe we are cursing him?
Well, when we were at WCA for the first time, he did get 4th place. That was pretty good.
That's true.
The best tournament ever, Neo. Do you remember? Oh, it was so well done. Everything was working perfectly.
Yeah, the tournament where I made through the night trying to fix the connection in a super cold venue. I was so dead afterwards, man.
That was so fucked up, man. That was so stressful. Oh.
It's getting better. With the Chinese organizers.
Last
time was definitely the best
experience. GCS went like almost perfectly last time. We had some sound issues, and on some days we had imperfect upload rate.
Yeah.
But compared to the years before, that is like complaining about, I don't know, about 99% perfection.
Yeah, we also learn what to demand and direct them into like better directions, I want to say, but lead them into better directions. That we need this and this VPN, and we learned a bit about sound settings and stuff. So constant progress.
We have the next game, my friend.
Not up for me, but ah, there it is. Could be the end of the journey for Soin in this third GCS qualifier. Would be 2 orcs at 3 and 4, as Lin is 4th place already. How long has Titan Esports last? Oh, when was that?
Ready to work.
That was in July, where Soin stood out with his 4th place. There, only losing 2 focus. So this should be his best result to date. Doesn't matter if he loses or wins this now. We are on Twisted Meadows. Another big map. A lot more to creep again.
And 1-0 going for the...
Finally it happens! It's WFZ.
Ah! Damn. Yeah.
Yesterday, you were perfect, man, so I gotta give you that. I was waiting for it the entire time, but didn't happen.
Wow. Usually I get those in regularly, especially with Infi and TH, I'm really good.
And Fly and Lun, you're really good with them as well.
Yeah, he's going for his fast fiends again, which is very unusual for Twisted. I wonder if that's kind of a mind game thing. You probably think very, very likely that I'm gonna go fast DK, but I'm gonna trick you. And you know what you can do with that build, Neo? You can go for special Remo creep routes.
Oh, tell me about a special Remo creep route.
Special Remo creep route is you get 2 fiends, you get the skull of the sacrificial skull, and then you creep your natural gold mine, and then you're level 2. If you don't get creep jacked, if you get creep jacked, it can be pretty bad. But usually that doesn't happen. However, the grunt for Soin is scouting the close position, and boom! There he finds him. So now it's gonna be harder for the undead to find decent creeping, but the fiend is making its way over to the other gold mine, so he might be still able to do this without getting scouted.
Huh, is he actually going for it? I mean, there's no reason to move the fiend there. Apart from
Oh, sacrificial skull, dude. Remo special creep routes.
Did you talk with him about that?
I mean, every undead in the world studies my replays, so no need for that. Silence. Did like TeamSpeak just die, or are you just refusing to talk?
Sorry, I was just reading chat. It was quite funny there.
Okay.
Blade Master is out, and yeah, let's see how this works.
Well, if the Blade Master doesn't come, this is gonna work fine. And Soin, yeah, he's not gonna do anything about this. Seems like WFZ is predicting Soin to play this passively, as he did on map number 1. He played very, very passively until he had his TC and orb finally. Only then did he decide to look for the aggression. And with this, he's gonna be able to take out this creep camp without any trouble. Doesn't even have to invest more than 1 coil. That's a level 2. That's the claws +9. That's a good opening for him. However, his tech is a little later, of course, as it is always the case when the orc go for the 1 borrow tech. He is a lot faster though, holy shit.
Pretty damn good this creep route is, but yeah, I show the tech. Ooh, more than half a tech, right? More than a minute. Does this happen when you do that creep route as well?
Yeah, it's similar time. I guess if we want to go into super specifics, the lumber here on this map is further away than on many other maps, so here teching is going to be a little bit later. But yeah, 20 or 22 supply tech is the standard. So, before I said, the SH coming out could have definitely had an opportunity to find a lot of damage on the undead. Not necessarily a fiend kill, but draining all of the mana for coils would have been possible. With a level 3 Blade Master with a lot of mana, that is easily done. And I think he should be able to get that again if he wants to go for the next Null camp, the only one remaining here. Around the middle of the map. Then the SH comes out, gets a speed scroll, gets some heal salves. And with that, you can try to get some damage. But again, that doesn't seem to be what orcs want to do anymore.
Okay, close to level 3 is the DK. Blade Master is there already, just waiting for his tier 2 stuff. No tech yet for Soin, which is interesting. Usually you have that tech now. He does have the resources. Okay, there we go. Once again, he creeps a pretty big spot. Grunt is scouting this. He gets this level 3, and this Grunt might be dead.
Yeah, with 2 coils, this is definitely dead, but he wants to preserve most of his mana. He's gonna use one coil. Easy kill.
That shouldn't happen. It was way too easy to do that. But the damage on the Fiends is already split. So maybe an opening for the Blade Master here to go for one of them. Inventory is nice. Oh, walks out of the reveal. Well done. And
Wow,
gets the
and
kill
he gets
and the
last
item.
hit. Wow, that was so well done. Holy shit.
A player's forces are under attack.
Usually it's only players like Lin and Fly who have that timing down so perfectly. That was pretty impressive.
Cool move by Soen. Big Invo Potion, nice item. Shadowhunter is out. And tier 3 halfway done. Warmel coming for the Kodo, obviously. Lich is only 1/3. But he catches up with the tech, so Orbs will be up at the same time. Slaughterhouse there too. Things are getting a little easier for the undead. But Soen is using map control. Scourge Bone Chimes. Eureka! He's gonna be happy about that. And a Tomb of Experience would fit him nicely as well.
Not solo creeping SH, which we see a lot of. Blade Master still here, still wants to get his level 4 perhaps for the critical strike as well. Oh! And look at this, something you were mentioning before, the early Fiend push towards the burrows, which we don't see anymore, is happening here. And we learn that 5 peons are not good enough to repair against this, as he will lose the burrow. Probably gonna result in a TP here, I would assume. How many end snares do we have? Oh, it's not ready yet!
Oh, Lich is there as well. Obviously not for Nova, but for Frost Armor, which helps. Loses another Grunt here, second in the game, trying to save him with the Speed Scroll, but oh, almost a surround there, but WFZ crawling out of there. Backstab, is there a crit for him or TP? Goes for another coil to kill that Grunt. Oh, he plays these fights are so good. So good.
Easily worth it, 2 grunts for a TP.
I mean, the decision to use that coil because he knows the damage is enough to kill him during that town portal. That's pretty nice.
And he's hitting these weird timings here, which are really not a part of the meta anymore.
Yeah.
This time with just a borrow push, earlier with a tower push.
Do you think it's a mistake to use those tactics in a game that, like, it's not about big money here?
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Saving tactics for a big tournament.
Hiding a timing like that for important games could give you a big advantage, so maybe. Now I could see that being a little too liberal with his usage here.
Because, like, Lin, Fly, and Focus will watch this, and they will know. Someone with a Zeppelin now. We do not have Web, so I wonder what he's doing with that.
Oh, I think he's gonna put the undead on him, not rebuying the TP, and then drop the gold mine and kill it.
Well, he doesn't have a TP, so that's right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's gonna expect the undead to be far away from his base and not have a TP, and then kill the haunted gold mine with a drop. But for that, he would perhaps need a TP of his own. This is a pretty cheesy play, but it might work out. And the Blade Master sees the undead army leaving, and that's his cue to go for this.
Pity Lord this time! For the first time
Pity
this
Lord.
weekend.
Alright.
Yeah,
he's looking for his own push here into the orc base. How quick is he gonna notice? He's not gonna buy a TP, he's only gonna buy the invul, and oh, here we go! Dropping the haunted gold mine. And there's no way this one stays alive.
Gonna be a base race now. But with Fiends, it's not that easy to do. Soen doesn't have a TP on his side either. So, yeah, let's have some base race fun. Oh, I didn't get the battle drums upgrade. It was about to be finished, but no.
Pit Lord here has Howl of Terror first. Perhaps Rain of Fire would be a better skill in this scenario. Or maybe Cleave Attack. Neo Cleave Attack is a super good skill. As some of our viewers keep telling me. Oh, the Kodo pops out into a surround between Pit Lord and the Obsidian Statue. But yeah, Grunts and Raiders, even though it's only few of them, should be superior here in the base race. There were no acolytes saved to build anything outside the undead base. So yeah, this is just a... Oh no, there are acolytes, never mind. There are acolytes here in the orc base. He could sell some items to create a necropolis.
Oh boy. This is very rare to see that, but that fortress has still 2,500 HP. Black Citadel is down.
But there's... All the peons are in the base here. There's no way, unless he starts saving some soon, to make new buildings. Alright, DK is going towards the shop. What's he gonna sell? Everything.
Whoa.
He definitely has the gold for Necropolis now. And there we go.
So that forces Soin back.
Oh, the Lich. Ooh, cannot die to the burrows.
Whoa. Okay, missed that. Looking at the laboratory.
Alright, did one of the peons escape? No. He may try to save some of the peons with the Zeppelin, which is flying over right now. If there is web here, that could be a disaster, but he doesn't know if there's web or not.
He has web.
How quick is he with save? I think he wants to save some peons here. Alright, Zeppelin is close to the peons, and he's gonna get webbed.
Uh-oh. Needs to kill him though. I think that should be the case. Okay, Soin doesn't get a peon out. No way, no escape. And all peons dead.
And one acolyte here was executed by the Blade Master, but another one saved itself to the south. And that one is pretty hard to find. And, well, we have no more peons. These are the only buildings left.
That's quite a bit of HP, though. 1,000 on the War Mill, 1,100 on the Beastery, 1,200 on the Barracks. And the base is empty for WFZ. Does he have gold for another...
The question is, if Soin full commits for the Necropolis, can he get it? And he uses the Greater Invul for the statue? When the one thing you have to kill is the Necro. I don't know about that choice. Of course, getting rid of statues is very valuable, but...
Yeah, you're right. Should have attacked this a lot earlier.
Yes, 3 raiders. It's quite a bit of damage. And the grunts still... Ooh.
He's going for another invul, maybe? Yeah, invul it does.
That's the play. Alright, can he kill this Necro? That's the question.
1,500 HP there. Third last building for Soin is gone.
Alright. WZ needs to react quickly. There we go. Hex on the pit lord would be great to disable the Howl.
Reveal being used. Coil Nova. Here's the Howl of Terror. Not much damage on the Blade Master anymore. -4. He has to win this fight somehow. Blade Master dies. Level 2 on the Pit Lord. For Cleave he goes.
Yeah, so in trying to fight, to win the fight is just nonsense. That's just not gonna work. He had to try for the Necro.
Yeah.
But now it's over.
There's no way. Can he sell something? There, he can sell Scourge Bone Chimes and Robe. Is that enough?
For what?
To get the Blade Master back?
How? He's supply stuck.
Ah, yeah, of course he's supply stuck. Yeah, that doesn't work then. Sells the Invul. What? Ah, there's another Ziggurat here on the Blight that he used for creeping.
Ooh, that's cool.
He will not expect this at all, so yeah. WFZ wins the series 2-0. Still undefeated today. 4-0 against Orcs. So, tell me again this matchup is imbalanced, boys.
All right.
Again, a pretty cool match, man. We're in for a treat here today.
And WZ on fire today. He's gonna face his final raid boss in Lawlier. That's gonna be our grand final. That's gonna be best of 5. That's gonna be coming up next. And we're racing through this qualifier here pretty quickly, man.
That means we're gonna have a break between the Asian qualifier and the Western qualifier, man.
Then I can make some soup, man.
What kind of soup are you going for?
I don't know, whatever's in the house. Probably something with onions and cheese.
It's so funny that, like, it's like your brain deletes the urge to go for groceries on Saturday.
No. I do have groceries for a change, but I don't have, like, good stuff prepared for a soup, you know?
Ah, okay, that makes sense. Because usually every Sunday you're complaining like, ah, damn it, Sunday, I forgot, I can't go to
That is oftentimes the case. But no, this time I have salad at home, I have meat at home, I have fruit at home. But all those 3 things don't really make for a good soup.
That's true, especially like fruits and salad into a soup. Well, the Chinese do it. They like take their lettuce and throw it into some kind of like hot soup stuff, whatever. You know, at hot pot.
You know what I really enjoy? Kind of a girly
Meat.
thing. When it's like winter or fall and it's raining and it's nasty outside, you don't want to go outside and the rain is splattering against the window, it's really loud, and you just sit at home, have a blanket around you, and like eat soup, man. Oh, it's just so enjoyable. And you listen to
maybe
some
you can
chill,
light some candles.
to some chill tunes, yeah, light some candles and have a bath and rub myself with coconut butter or whatever. I'm not
touching yourself.
I'm not that girly, okay? Just a little sometimes.
Alright, we go into a little break. We're gonna be back with the grand final here at GCS Asian Qualifier 3. Loliot versus WFZ, who is on fire, as it seems. Best of 5 coming up in a bit here at Back to Warcraft.